Dear friends, good morning again. Much have been written since the death of Princess Diana. Burden of being a celebrity and popular. Her celebrity and popularity was the cause of her death. Chased, I suppose, you don't know them myself, chased by the photographers, and it was the end of our life of being a celebrity. The studies show that most of the Americans and the English do not even want to become famous, popular, because of the loss of personal freedom. Today, people worship celebrities, actors, actresses, singers, boxers, football star, Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle. Even in the families, lots of division when they start talking about which team. And for father is for Manchester, daddy is for Liverpool, and son is for Newcastle. And so many divisions based on this popularity. There are few heroes, and I'd like to ask you, who is your hero? A movie star or a business person like Trump? Or any politician that is your hero? Worshipping celebrities is not entirely new. There's been a long time since. But we take the example of Marie Antoinette, the first lady of King Louis XVI, the 18th century. If she styled her wig in a particular fashion, all the ladies of the court would follow that style. The funny thing came in when she was pregnant. Well-dressed women of Paris and Versailles would put their cushions under their gowns. So for 9 months, all these ladies' cushions were becoming larger and larger, just to follow the queen's style of dressing. Of course, there are legitimate heroes in the world because of their courageous life, their compassionate actions, and their meaningful life. These people have changed the world. We take our example of St. John Paul II, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, Mandela, or if it is in our own context, Aung San Suu Kyi, and also in our church, Pope Francis. We really need heroes to inspire us. There are many heroes, never known to the public, but they are real heroes. Not known to the public. Of course, not like that of a judge. Of that judge, when he died, he had to use two trucks load of flowers to be transferred to the funeral house, to the cemetery. 2 trucks. So somebody was remarking, oh, this judge must be very popular. Somebody remarked, planted all these flowers throughout his life just for his funeral. So that sort of popularity. Today we heard the names of Moses and Elijah with Jesus. So Moses and Elijah were the most influential people ever since in Judaism, in Islam, and Christianity. Moses, because of that Israel was the one that God received the Ten Commandments. And Elijah, because of his heroic action against the Baal prophets. As just now what we have heard in the reading. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became white as the night. Suddenly, Moses and Elijah appeared to them. Then Peter spoke to Jesus, Lord, it is wonderful for us to be here. If you wish, we'll make 3 tents here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. We were still speaking when suddenly a bright cloud covered them with the shadow. And from the cloud there came a voice which said, this is my beloved. He enjoys my favor. Today, as I was reflecting on this gospel passage, we could look for a hero that you look up to, that you could identify yourself with that hero, and you could imitate that person. There is no other person than Jesus himself. Because, number one is all other heroes will let you down. Heroes, they are all human beings. They make mistakes. Before heroes and leaders, we do not mention much about their mistakes. We are always mentioning about their virtues. But now, the opposite is happening. We like to broadcast all the weaknesses of the leaders, and we speak less of the strength of the leaders. Of course, it's true also. Even Pope Francis himself admits that he says, I am also a sinner. So all of us are all human beings and make mistakes, and we have our own vices, or one way or the other. The second reason that Jesus be our hero is that Christ can make a hero out of us. Christ could make a hero out of you and each one of us. There's an example of a lady missionary, Gladys. She was working in China for many years, and during the time of the Second World War, when the Japanese were invading China, this missionary Gladys, together with, along with over 100 orphans, were running towards a safety place, a safe place. She was very desperate, and she wanted to give up. But then all of a sudden, among the orphans, there was a 13-year-old girl there. She told this Gladys, no, you are like Moses. Moses, in spite of all the difficulties, and then the Israelites for 40 years and all. But she told back, responded to the girl, I am not Moses, she said. You know the wisdom of this little girl, he said, you are not Moses, but Yahweh, God is still God. God is still, Emmanuel is with us. So Jesus is still Emmanuel, God with us. Christ can make a hero out of us. You know, yesterday we had young people playing as a day event, and some of us, 15 of us from here, we went there also. There were about over 9,600 active, almost 10,000 young people. Of course, the whole program is very attractive and very educating, and I think the young people, they relished that day yesterday. At one point, one of those girls that was announcing, she mentioned one sentence, just when we were about to have the benediction and the duration of the Blessed Sacrament. She said that now we are going to adore Christ in the Blessed Sacrament, and she said Christ is going to adore us also. So first time thinking of that, is it theologically wrong or something? Just thinking that we are adoring Christ and Christ is adoring us. After reflecting, there is sense in that. Christ also is adoring us in the sense. We have been formed, we have been the image of God, and we give respect to Christ, and Christ gives the respect to us. So this is the meaning that we are heroes, and Christ is making us heroes. You know, when Winston Churchill was a man that knew the difference between celebrities and heroes. And this man knew the power in each one of us. That's why he said, in one instance, when there was a convocation hall, came, the students were prepared to listen to his lecture. So he came in with this walking stick and this top hat. Came in. He said to all the students, the college students, never give up. The second sentence he said, never give up. The third sentence, never give up. Silence. After a brief moment, he just picked up his hat and walking stick and went back. That was his lecture. Just say never give up. Christ is making us, out of us, a hero. Disciples knew they were in the presence of someone whose significance went beyond celebrity, even beyond heroic. Christ was their Lord, their Master, their King. So also He is present, currently also with us. He is our Lord, our Master, and the King. If we are wise, He will be our hero, our Lord, our Master, and our King. If we are wise,